he spit and it landed in my face and it landed in Nick's face. And on top of all that, he called him.
One spit, he hit both of you in the
Yes,
face?
sir. Yes, sir. It was a big loogie, sir.
That's one, all right, yeah.
And there's
I was
proof
just
on,
thinking that.
and there's proof on Facebook that he said, how did that Chick-fil-A taste? So he had Chick-fil-A that day. Also called Nick the N-word. And, you know, I understand I should have called the police at that point, but, you know, any man with dignity wouldn't have because of the situation. You know, go spitting in someone's face and calling someone the N-word.
Do you know whose firearm that was in your car?
Not off the top of my head, sir.
It's not yours.
No, sir.
What do you mean not off the top of your head? Whose gun was it?
I don't even know who done it, sir.
Just mysteriously appeared in the back of your car?
I don't know how it got there. I had a couple people in my vehicle. I haven't cleaned up my car in a few weeks. You know, I've been very busy with tree work.
So you have some idea whose gun it is? Right?
Yes.
Just tell me. Whose gun was it?
It was next.
Right.
It's going to say, good afternoon, Your Honor. James Connors for King Barnicoat.
All right.
Diane Mulligan on behalf of Nicholas Miller.
All right.
My client, Nicholas Miller, is offered to waive dangerousness hearing.
Wants to stipulate the dangerousness. All right, all right. But we still need to do a hearing on your guy?
That's correct, Your
All
Honor.
right. Tell your compatriots that they got 5 minutes to get into the courtroom.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Attorney Mulligan.
Yes.
Which gentleman do you represent?
I represent Mr. Miller, Nicholas Miller.
All right. And by process of elimination, you represent Mr. Barnicoat, is that right?
That's correct.
All right. And you want to stipulate that he is dangerous, Attorney Mulligan?
Yes, we are stipulating, yes.
Are you arguing detention or no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The Commonwealth would like to call the victim, Mr. Jeremy Solano, to the stand.
All right. Go ahead. All right. Just face the clerk and raise your right hand, please, sir. All right. You can come around and have a seat in that little seat right there. Good afternoon, and whenever you're ready, Commonwealth, you may make inquiry.
Please identify yourself and spell your last name.
My name is Jeremy Solano, spelled S-I-L-A-N-O.
How do you know Mr. Barnicoat?
Mr. Barnicoat was my employer.
And what do you do for work?
I am a arborist and also fleet mechanic for all his machines and equipment.
And does Mr. Barnicoat own the company?
Yes, sir, he does.
Turning your attention to October 30th, what did you tell us about your day?
After repeated attempts to figure out the job, to no avail, I just let him know that I was going home.
And do you see Mr. Barnicoat in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
Could you please identify him by an article of clothing?
Mr. Barnicoat is wearing his Cape and Island green hooded non-hooded shirt.
Thank you. Your Honor, the record reflect that the witness identified the defendant, Mr. Barnicoat.
All right. The record may so reflect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I transported the truck and the trailer with the stump grinder back to the shop.
And where is the shop located?
The shop located at his mother's house at 104 Longview. Also, for the record, his father is Daniel Barnicoat Sr., so I'll refer to him as Junior.
Thank you. And what happened when you reached the location of the shop?
Both Nick and Dan were hanging around the side yard. I proceeded to tell him that I was done for the day, and when he would gather himself accordingly and collect himself and give me a presentable job, give me a call. At that point in time, I turned around to go proceed with ending my day procedures, which is when the assault happened.
And just to back up a little bit, you mentioned the Nick. Is this Nick Miller?
Yes, sir.
And who is Nick Miller to Mr. Barnicoat?
I'm not entirely sure. From what I gathered, he was a friend of his, school acquaintance that he picked up from somewhere. He was on a couple of different jobs. Quality of work ethic was not too high.
And do you see Mr. Miller in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir, I did.
Could you please identify him by an article of clothing?
He's sitting to Barnicoat's left with the darker green sweatshirt.
Your Honor, may the record reflect the witness is identified, defendant Mr. Miller?
The record may so reflect.
After I proceeded to tell him that I was going home and turned to go end my day of procedures, I was hit from the side, knocking my glasses off. I'm completely blind without my glasses, but it was a particularly brutal hit that kind of knocked me senseless. From then, according to what little bit I remember and from other witnesses, at the point of beating me to the point of unconsciousness, they continued beating a little bit more, kicks to my face, my head, and my side.
If we could just back up for a moment. Do you recall who first struck you?
Your Honor, on behalf of my client, I would object that any testimony given regarding what my client's involvement in this matter.
I think it would be difficult to parse that out, and it places the evidence into context, so I'm going to overrule the objection. All right?
Do you recall who struck you first?
To my knowledge, I believe it was Mr. Barnicoat, but my memory at that point is a bit foggy, but I'm not entirely sure. It could have been either. They were both in my near vicinity.
What was that first strike done with?
I do believe it was a fist, which
And?
led to once I was down on the ground, hands.
Did you fall to the ground immediately upon being struck?
I do believe so, yes.
What else do you remember from the alleged incident?
After the point of
After the initial strike?
After the initial strike, I remember being repeatedly hit and kicked on the ground by both of them.
And what location on your body is being hit?
My left side, my face, my head, front, back, and side.
What implements were they using?
Bare hands and bare feet, steel-toed boots.
Is it normal for them to wear steel-toe boots?
Yes.
Were you conscious the entire time?
No.
When approximately did you lose consciousness?
Midway through the assault, and after that had occurred, I was continued to be assaulted, according to other people that have seen.
Objection.
Yeah, I'm going to sustain that objection. As to what other people have seen.
What, did you call the police?
I did not.
Were you, do you know who called the police?
From evidence after the fact, it was Daniel's mother.
Objection.
When I came to,
Now, hold on.
when I came to, I was not on the ground. They were gone. Both Daniel and Miller were gone, and I was surrounded by EMS and rescue personnel as well as police. So, judging by the time it takes somebody to make a phone call for them to respond and get to the address across Hyannis, I was out at least 9. But the exact time is unknown.
Were you transported to the hospital?
Yes, sir.
What kind of injuries did you sustain?
I have rib fractures on my left side. I have stitches in 2 parts of my face and facial swelling, brain swelling, to the point where it had elevated, according to my doctor, my white blood cell count to dangerously high level, which they are now monitoring.
If you wouldn't mind, could you please remove your glasses and point out to His Honor where the locations are that have stitches?
Yes, I have stitches, 1 double suture here, and I have 4 sutures here. I also have on my phone a photo from my arrival at the hospital, if you're interested in seeing that, Your Honor.
I think, is it one of the ones that's in your packet already? I have a bunch.
No, it's not.
It is not, Your Honor. It was not provided to the police yet. However, I would have him submit it to officers to be added to evidence. I wouldn't have them show it to you now for purposes of this hearing.
All right, I mean, I think I already have some photos of how you looked when you got to the hospital in the packet, so I'm going to just rely on those, okay? Thank you.
Has you ever seen Mr. Barnicoat be volatile or angry before?
I have.
Could Could you describe what you've seen previously?
On different job sites, especially with other employees, he's had a relatively hot temper. He has stayed at multiple locations, getting hot-headed. Do you want to fight? Come on, let's go.
What pain do you feel today from this, from the assault?
My ribs hurt, as any would be from a rib fracture. It makes it difficult to do much of anything, breathe, cough. But the real impact is the swelling in my brain and my face. It does make it difficult to eat. But
Concerns, if any, do you have regarding your safety?
I have concerns regarding my safety because of both Dan and Mr. Miller's stability as well as their track record to be hot-tempered, violent, and along with the added notion of the firearm, I do feel for my safety and well-being.
Objection.
I didn't hear that last part, I'm sorry. What is it? What did you say?
I do fear for my safety and well-being with the added notion after the fact that there was a firearm discovered with them as well.
All right. Objection overruled.
I do feel for my safety and well-being.
Could you describe some of those feelings in particular?
You know, I want to go about my day, not have to worry about anything, and always have to worry about what's going to be around the next corner. I mean, as well as anybody, but when you're face to face with a firearm, you have no defense against that.
Did you actually see the firearm, sir?
I did not. It was after the fact, but there's been insinuations from Mr. Barnicoat as well, from previous hot-tempered outbursts as well.
I'm sorry, you've seen it before?
Not the firearm, no. Firearm is of not my knowledge.
All right, go ahead.
That's all the questions I have right now, Your Honor.
All right, do you want to ask any questions, sir?
Just briefly.
Yeah.
My name is James Connors. I represent Mr. Barnicoat. You had indicated that in the morning there was a job site that you had gone to, and Mr. Barnicoat was already there. Is that correct?
That was in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
The morning, I was solo on that subgraphic job.
Did you have a verbal exchange with Mr. Barnicoat that afternoon on the job site?
The exchange was of me trying to get the job description, what I'm supposed to do now that I'm on scene, and to not have that, there's no work to be had. With this comment to that being, you need to have a little more respect for me, and I said, well, there's no job to be had, so I'm just going home.
Are you the employer
I'm not the employer.
or the employee?
I'm the employee.
Did you go to Chick-fil-A that day and eat chicken sandwiches?
Negative. Upon my way home, I saw Mr. Barnicoat enter.
Did you at any point when you had seen Mr. Barnicoat at home during or in the location of the alleged assault, did you ever spit on him?
Negative.
Did you ever push him?
No, there's multiple witnesses that saw otherwise. His mother was on scene, his younger brother Cole, which I do not see present, and his father, Dan Barnicoat Sr., which also apparently sustained a hand injury trying to pull Mr. Barnicoat off while the police were with him.
Did you push him inside the vehicle while he was in the vehicle?
No, I did not.
You indicated that you're completely blind when you lose your glasses.
Yes.
Yet you can conclusively testify that Mr. Barnicoat was there hitting you all those times?
Yes, because of multiple witnesses and the fact that I was witness.
Can you, not the witnesses,
Yes, I can,
you?
sir. Yes, I
And you
can.
can do that without your glasses?
With voice and vocals, yes. And when something comes up right near me, I can see when it's near me. And when somebody's right on top of you, repeatedly blowing you in the face, you can kind of see that. If you'd like to look at the strength of my glasses, if I take them off right now, I can't see more than a gray blob. But if you were to come right next to me and I was to take off my glasses and look at you, if I'm aware of you and what you look like, I could positively identify you, yes.
Did you ever strike Mr. Barnicoat?
No, I did not.
You ever strike Mr. Barnicoat's father?
No, I did not.
Did you strike anybody during this exchange?
No, I did not.
Nothing further.
All right, thank you, sir, for your testimony. You can step down, all right? All right, take care. All right.
I second the court.
You're free to go if you wish, yes. All right? Unless, I don't know if you need it for anything else, but, all right. Do you want to present any other evidence?
No, Your Honor, at that time the Commonwealth rests.
All right.
I would first call Miss Juliette Neville.
All right, why don't you come on up here, please, ma'am? Follow the court officer. Please face the clerk and raise your right hand. All right, good afternoon. Please have a seat, okay? And just try and keep your voice down.
What is your recollection of that event?
What I saw is that I saw Miller come up and hit Jane in the back. And then that's all he fell down. Miller started the whole thing. And then from there, Jamie started kicking and punching. And then they all were going at it, and then, I don't know if it fell on the ground at that point, but I know that I saw them all punching each other.
You said they were all going at it. Did that include the alleged victim in this matter?
Yes,
And did you see him strike anybody?
yes.
Who did he strike?
I saw him strike my son, Daniel Barnicoat, and Miller. He was just going at it. I came outside and told him to stop this. And we all just kept going.
You've known your son, obviously, his whole life. Do you have any fear for his behavior? Do you fear for the community? Do you fear for himself? Leading up to October 30th of this year, have you witnessed or experienced any violent or erratic behaviors from your son?
Absolutely.
The court was inclined to not allow dangerousness. Would you take him home?
Yes,
Would you care for him and monitor him?
yes,
Get him any treatment if you needed it?
yes,
You don't have any fear when you have a younger son in the home?
yes. He has two brothers,
You fear,
17 and 16.
you fear the behaviors of your oldest son with your younger children?
He loves them both.
Go further.
All right, Commonwealth, you want to ask any questions?
Yes, we do, Your Honor. Isn't it true that you would not like to see your son in jail? Just a few more questions. You testified earlier that you've never witnessed your son display anger towards you, correct? Isn't it true that you took out a restraining order on behalf of yourself and your two children against Mr. Barnicoat Jr.?
Yes,
And in that you produced an affidavit which obviously led to the issuance of that, correct?
yes,
Furthermore, isn't it also true that you are an alleged victim of Mr. Barnicoat's anger?
yes,
Specifically an assault and battery and a witness intimidation charge out of this court from 2016?
yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
All right. You want to ask some follow-up questions?
I just, if I may, it's slightly outside of the scope, but does he own any firearms?
No,
Have you ever seen him possess firearms?
no,
Have you ever seen any firearms inside your home? Certainly none of his.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for your testimony. You can step down, okay? Have a nice day. All right. Want to call another witness?
I do, Your Honor. I'd like to call Daniel Barnicoat Sr.
Okay. All right, good afternoon, sir. Please have a seat. Just try and keep your voice up. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon. Could you please state your name for the record? And could you describe the assault and battery that you would observe you had?
Yes, but I was just kind of in the middle of it. And Nick, my son, was going at it. And Jeremy, they were all pretty much in a rage for whatever went on that day. I didn't see it when they came back, but it just happened so quickly. All I was trying to do was break it up. I don't know why it took place.
Did you see your son strike the alleged victim at all?
No, I didn't. But I saw Nick jump off back of the trailer and jump Jeremy right from behind, and Jeremy went flying to the ground.
Did you see anybody else strike your son?
No, I did.
See anybody else strike Jeremy Slingo?
I saw my son, all three of them, but plus myself was on the ground. I mean, it happened so quick. I except I saw Nick kick Jeremy in the head a couple times. That I did see.
Did you see your son kick?
No, I
Jeremy in
didn't.
the head?
No, I did not.
And how long did this exchange occur for?
5 minutes, 7 minutes.
And it's fair to say that you wouldn't want your son to go to jail, correct? Thank you. No further questions.
Like, client here was your Barnicoat?
You can come to the witness stand, you can leave the cuffs on, okay? As best you can, Mr. Barnicoat, raise your right hand, please. All right, you can have a seat, all right? Just try and keep your voice up. Okay. Go ahead.
State your name for the record.
Daniel J. Barnicoat.
And where do you reside?
I have an apartment house at 52 Prospect in West Yarmouth, but I reside also at my mother's house, 104 Longview.
You self-employed?
Yes, sir.
And what kind of work do you do?
I own my own tree company.
And how long have you owned your own tree company?
4 years.
And what does your kind of work entail?
My work entails climbing trees, cutting trees, sending pieces of wood to the wood chipper, stump grinding, various landscape construction, so on and so forth.
Describe for the court when you were on the job site with Mr. Solano
Yes.
and he was complaining about no work to be able to be
Well,
performed.
First of all, Mr. Solano did not want to drive down this rock driveway. All he had to do was turn around. He refused to turn around. He was giving me extreme attitude. And I was like, all you have to do is turn around and pull the truck in there because there's a condominium complex. Now he was like, oh, I'm just going to take off the trailer. But mind you, it was a main road that he was going to take off the trailer. So I was like, you can't do that. Now after that, he rips me up in my Honda. Now Nick comes out and tries to break it up. Right?
Sorry, he did what to you, sir? He gripped you
Yeah,
up?
he grabbed my arms and gripped me up
Okay.
while I was in the Honda CRV.
Okay.
Now obviously he refused all that. Now being that he didn't get the reaction that he wanted because he wanted me to fight him right there on the job site, and I wasn't going to do that. After he did that, after he gripped me up, he spit and it landed in my face and it landed in Nick's face. And on top of all that, we called him.
With one spit, he hit both of you in the
Yes,
face?
sir. Yes, sir. It was a big loogie, sir.
That's one, all right, yeah.
And there's
I was
proof
just
on,
thinking that.
and there's proof on Facebook that he said, how did that Chick-fil-A taste? So he had Chick-fil-A that day.
Mhm.
So, now mind you, he also called Nick the N-word. And, you know, I understand I should have called the police at that point, but, you know, any man with dignity wouldn't have because of the situation, you know, go spitting in someone's face and calling someone the N-word. And he tried gripping me up in the car, and I wasn't gonna have that because he's not gonna go after my workers' comp. He can try suing me directly, but he's not gonna get far with that because I have proof on Facebook
All right,
that he
new question,
spit
please.
in my face.
After that exchange, You and he leave the job site?
After that, yes, we left the job site and back to my mother's house. And when we went to my mother's house, after we got out of the truck, he stuck his arm out and said, "Go, you got one free punch." And that's when Nick hit him in the face. He didn't hit him from behind, he hit him in the face. Jeremy looked at him and then looked at me, and that's when Nick hit him. And then after that, sorry.
You're exhibiting a, looks like a black eye, is that correct?
That's correct,
And how did you get that?
from Jeremy.
From Jeremy, and in what way?
Well, when we were on the ground, he hit me a couple times, and that's how I got this black eye.
And,
I did not get it from I did not go to the club, that's impossible. I didn't go to the club on Monday and Tuesday, don't do that.
Now, during this exchange, did you go up to him and be aggressive towards him?
No, sir, not at all.
Was he aggressive towards you?
Yes, sir, he was the aggressor in this entire fight, sir.
And he attacked you first?
Yes, sir.
You defended yourself?
Yes, sir. In the beginning, basically where I was in the first part where he tried to grab me up in the car, that was self-defense there. I could have got out of the car and fallen there, but I didn't. I'm not trying to fight him on a job site. I'm not going to do that. When we went back to the house, he said, "Go ahead, you got a first punch."
Not good for customers?
You know what I mean? Not good for customers, not good for my business. No.
Turning to the firearm, do you own a firearm?
No, sir.
Did you steal a firearm?
No, sir.
Do you know whose firearm that was in your car?
Not off the top of my head, sir.
It's not yours.
No, sir.
What do you mean not off the top of your head? Whose gun was it?
I don't even know who's done it, sir.
Just mysteriously appeared in the back of your car?
I don't know how it got there. I had a couple people in my vehicle. I haven't cleaned up my car in a few weeks. No, I've been very busy with tree work.
So you have some idea whose gun it is? Right?
Yes.
Just tell me. Whose gun was it?
It was next.
Right.
It's going to say,
He also admitted that the firearm and ammunition inside the car belonged to him.
Who's that speaking, sir?
This is the police report reading from Miller. Barnicoat and Miller both arrested and transported.
Who's it referring to?
no,
No. All right.
I'd offer that.
All right. That could be an exhibit.
And after he allegedly spit on you, you did not call the police, correct? Do you typically wear steel-toed boots during work?
Well, I guess because of the work, if I fall on my foot, it crushed my foot, protect my foot.
And it's fair to say that you were wearing steel-toed boots on the 30th? Okay. And it's fair to say that you were upset or angry with Mr. Solano based on his insubordination? Okay. And is it true that you own a silver Honda CRV? Okay. And it's fair to say that you wouldn't want to go to jail at all, correct? Okay. A few more questions. Is it true that you have had been charged with several assaults and batteries?
Those were dismissed. I was in a trial case. I was younger, and didn't have a child at the time, and I regret those decisions, those actions in the past. But I'm a changed person. This was an everyday behavior throughout the last 30 years.
Correct. The question is whether you've ever been charged. So you've been charged with these alleged allegations, correct? Even if they were ultimately dismissed or whatever. Okay. So it's fair to say that in 2016 you were charged with assault and battery and strangulation.
I was dismissed.
Okay, but you were charged with it.
But I wasn't in my voice.
Okay. You did, according to the police report for that alleged incident, press the alleged victim's face into a bed or a couch that he had trouble breathing.
Sir, that was my brother, and it was dropped. He was in an instance I had a couple people over. He was trying to show off. I wasn't trying to hurt him in any single way, but he was so young at the time that things escalated, and I didn't mean to hurt him in any possible way. I would never want to hurt him. I only do good things for him, and I only
Right.
better
But
his
you
life.
were arrested for those, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it true that you've had 2 restraining orders taken out against you?
That were dropped, yes.
But they were in force for a period of time.
No.
The one taken out by your mother was not in force for approximately a year,
That was dropped.
but it was
It
in
was
force.
enforced for a year, but it was dropped in a month's time.
Thank you. No further questions.
All right, why don't you return to the dock, Officer Bessie, okay? All right, Mr. Connor, any other evidence you want to present?
We have no further evidence, Your Honor.
All right, defendant rest. All right, you want to make an argument on behalf of Mr. Barnicoat?
I do. The man sits before you, been in his own business for 4 years. He's a gainfully employed, self-employed individual maintaining a street business, not a very easy business to be in. Described, I would suggest to the court accurately, the events that occurred on this day, the events being that he had an issue with an employee and if the employee misbehaved, other employee went ahead and struck the alleged victim. Altercation continued after they left the job site and home. Not made his burden, meaning our holding that this man was dangerous, and I would ask that petition be denied.
And I suggest that the Commonwealth, by clear and convincing evidence, has met its burden that there are no conditions of release that would reasonably assure the safety of the alleged victim or the community from Mr. Barnicoat. I ask you to take the special notice of the police report that, especially the witnesses on scene stating that no statements were made on scene regarding the fact that Mr. Solano fought back, that he was, they indicate that he was on the ground according to the police report. Also, in the police report subsequent to the Miranda warnings, Mr. Barnicoat did admit to the assault and also admitted that he had knowledge of the firearm in the vehicle as contained in the reports in Exhibit 1. Further, Your Honor, I ask you to review the evidence and say that in light of the injuries you observed, the injuries in the photographs, and the nature of testimony today, that the Commonwealth has met its burden of proof with clear and convincing evidence. Thank you.
It's hard to overlook this kind of a vicious beating that took place. I'm satisfied by clear and convincing evidence that the dangerousness statutes met with respect to Mr. Barnicoat. I'm going to order that both Mr. Miller and Mr. Barnicoat detained under the dangerousness statute for 20 days. All right, date, please. All right, then 30-day date, and they can come in with their own lawyers, okay?
More legal to withdraw.
All right, 30-day date.
Counsel to withdraw. Dangerousness is found. Defendants are held without bail for a period of 120 days. Continue these
Why don't we say November 30th?
on the 30th. Appearance of counsel.
Before the defendants stood on could you just verify that they were given a bail warning on this arraignment, please?
We have a rate,
I meant previously, Your Honor.
They were given a bail warning when they were arraigned October 31st.
Thank you.
all right.